Hi friends, Happy New Year. All right, let's try this again. Hello, 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 my beautiful friends. If you are new here, my name is Shay and this is my channel, A Book Affair. Hello, hello. And if you're returning, hey girl, hey, or hey guy, hey. You know, everyone here is welcome. So y'all, I know, it's been a little minute. It's been a minute. And honestly, it's my fault. I will be fully responsible and take accountability because it's my fault. It's my fault. Also, my window's right there, so y'all just excuse that. However, December did not go as planned. And neither did the beginning of this month. We're still at the very beginning of January because it's only January 13th. However, I thought I would have had at least 3 videos out since my last one didn't go as planned. So let me kind of tell y'all what I did. I actually was tagged in a book tag, the Christmas song book tag by Ellen over at the Ellen May Book Club. I will put her YouTube card, thingamajig right here. And I actually did it. I was excited. I did it. I actually fully recorded the video. And then somewhere in between me actually doing the editing, I just lost all motivation. Like, leading up to Christmas, it was busy, as we all know, chaotic. And then I think I just lost all motivation, so I just didn't do it. Like, I recorded a whole video. I think it was probably close to 30 minutes. And just when it came to the editing, I just didn't have it in me. I didn't have it in me. So that, and then I wouldn't say I was in a reading slump. I don't think it had anything to do with reading. I think I was in a recording slump, to be completely honest. If you've been around since the very beginning of my channel, which was not too long ago, this is completely out of my comfort zone. And so talking to a camera, recording, editing, and like all that stuff is still very new. And I honestly even went through a moment where I was like, should I just like give up? Like, is the booktube community too overly saturated? Like, what is little old me going to do that's different? Or, how can I bring these people to my channel? So I was going through all of that imposter syndrome, y'all, okay? December was a lot. Holidays, really not feeling like recording, didn't feel like editing a whole entire video I recorded. And then I thought at the top of the year I would have a video, and I just didn't. And so today I'm so proud of myself for sitting here in front of you guys recording this video. So this video will actually be, is this distracting y'all? All right, so today this video is going to be my December wrap up. It is going to possibly be a semi TBR, and I say semi TBR because I really still do not have an idea what I want to read for the month of January. I have 2 books. I'm actually in the middle of one, just finished one, have 2 that I plan on possibly completing the rest of this month. And then I don't know, maybe in the month of February onward, I will actually strategize. That sounds weird. I will actually plan the books that I want to read. So thank you for your grace. I ask for you guys to bear with me. I'm still figuring this thing out. I am still figuring this thing out. So yeah, thank you for having me, for those who show up when I do post a video. All right, so to wrap up December 2024, I cannot believe that we are already in January and we are approaching the halfway mark of January 2025. It is crazy. But yeah, we're here. We made it, thank God. 2025 has already kind of been just a mess with the tragedy that happened with New Orleans at the beginning of the year, and of course with California and those being impacted in LA with the wildfires. Prayers for anyone who lives in that area. and he was dealing with that. Like, I can't even imagine. I could not even imagine, and never dealt with anything like that. So just prayers to LA. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in it. And also at the end of the video, I think there's like a little surprise / secret I want to share with you guys. Not really a secret, but you guys will see if you stick around. Okay, all right, so in the month of December, if my memory serves me correctly, I actually did not have a TBR that I wanted to complete. So I think it was really 3 books: Homes Where the Bodies Are, The Housemaid's Wedding, as well as My December Darling. So let's see how I panned out. So I actually completed 2 of these 3 books. Let me just double check that. Let me check my Goodreads. So yes, I completed Home is Where the Bodies Are. I completed My December Darling. I did not get around to this right here, The Housemaid's Wedding. Honestly, and I really hate to say this, I do not want to say it out loud, but I feel like I am getting over Frida McFadden. I know. Okay, but hear a girl out. Okay, let me adjust. I feel like I am getting over Frida McFadden. I don't know. And you guys know that I'm still new to this community, and you know, there's still a lot to learn and a lot to see. But it seems like some of these authors really be like pumping out books. And I don't know how. I'm not a writer. I'm not even going to act like I love writing. Like, I can get into the groove of it when I decide to procrastinate. Like when I was in school, I would wait until 2 days before it's due, and I would knock out a 15-page paper, okay? And that paper would be good. But that is because of the stress I am under, okay? So I cannot speak to what it takes to go through the writing process, but I don't know, because I know she has a book coming out called The Crash, right? I think I actually got a notification to pre-order The Crash. We had The Boyfriend, and I think it's right here, right? Yeah, I still have to read that actually. We have The Boyfriend that came out, I don't know, 2 months ago. And then of course the novella, The Housemaid's Wedding novella, which I could have read, but I just was like, I'm done. I don't know. And I think especially after the very last housemaid, like the housemaid is watching, like I did rank it a 4 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I don't know, it probably was more so like a 3. And y'all know I don't give half stars. If you're new around here, I don't do half stars. I feel like that takes too much energy to determine what should receive a point or, you know, not. So I just keep it around here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Do y'all feel that same way, or is it just me? Am I the problem? If I'm the problem, let me know. I'm fine with that. I'm fine if I'm the problem. However, I actually stumbled upon other books that were not, when I say they were not on my radar, but I read them and I thoroughly enjoyed them, okay? After me only reading 2 of the 3 books that I plan on reading in the month of December, I actually stumbled upon some other books, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys about it. However, how about I go ahead and just let you guys know my thoughts about the 2 books I actually did complete. All right, so as you all know, I was reading Home is Where the Bodies Are by my girl Geneva Rose. I love Geneva Rose. I know as many authors, right? You either hate them or love them. But I really enjoyed Geneva Rose's work. And so Homes Where the Bodies Are is a book that I got a chance to finally complete, even though it was supposed to be completed in November. And I end up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I did not see the ending coming. However, I'm not going to act like I am the best guesser when it comes to like thrillers and things of that nature. Like, I try to play detective, who doesn't? But I'm not a person that always catches it, so it completely caught me off guard. I did have to finish the audio. If you don't know, I'm an audiobook girly. I love a good audiobook because, again, I can do all the things while still being engulfed in the story. And so I did start off reading it. I had to finish it with audio. Absolutely enjoyed it. 4 stars. Okay. And then I did get around to my December darling. Now, this is my first holiday read, so my first Christmas read. I love Lauren Asher. Lauren Asher is the author of one of my favorite series, the Dreamland Billionaire series. Say that 3 times fast. And so therefore I absolutely had to read it. Of course, the cover is absolutely gorgeous, and it's also down here too. You guys probably see it right behind me. But yes, read the book. I think I also got it. Yeah, I finished it on audio. And honestly, you guys, I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I was a bit, I don't know. And again, I already prefaced and let you guys know that it just was a lot going on in December. I was already kind of just stressed with the hustle and bustle. So perhaps, even though it was a Christmas story, a Christmas novella, maybe I just wasn't in the correct mind frame to read and enjoy the book like I wanted to. So yeah, I gave it a 3 stars. But honestly, is it just me, or was there really not much Christmas in it? Like, yes, it was snow. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna blame me. I'm going to blame me. So I gave it a 3. Now, don't get me wrong, like the story was cute, like, but also I feel like I am kind of a bit over the whole grumpy sunshine storyline. Yes, in this case, Catalina, I believe, y'all know I'm bad with names. Catalina was more grumpy. She's the female main character, and the male main character was more sunshine, I guess you should say. But I think I don't know. I think I'm just a bit over the whole, oh, I'm attracted to someone who's mean and isn't interested in me. So perhaps that also contributed to it being a 3 stars out of 5. So, My December Darling by Lauren Asher. All right. And so I already went on my rant on why I did not get to the Housemaid's Wedding, even though I really enjoy Frida McFadden. My favorite book by Frida McFadden right now is still Never Lie. I truly still do enjoy the first and second Housemaids of the 3 of the trilogy. That 4th one, even though I rated a 4, it's like, okay, girl, you drug this on a little too long. And so then I think just when it came to the Housemaid's Wedding, was like, do I really want to know what happened between books 2 and book 3? So here we are. All right, so now for the books that were not on my radar at all. And so I finally did get around to a book by Frederick Bachman. I hope it's Frederick Bachman and not Friedrich Bachman. However, he's the author of Beartown, I believe the series is called, and I see the girlies talking about it, really enjoying it. The reason I say I'm not exactly sure if I want to read that book series is because I think it's about hockey. I don't care about hockey. I'm really not a sports girlies. There are books about sports that the girlies rave about, and I'm just really not interested at all, like at all. So yeah, I think that's why I'm not. However, now that I kind of know his writing style, and it's not typical like the non-literary fiction authors, perhaps I'll give it a try, because I know for him it's very character driven, which I finally discovered I really love and enjoy. But anyway, the book of his that I read is called Anxious People. Now, y'all, when I say this book knocked my socks off, I did not expect to enjoy it as much. According to my Goodreads, it took me only 2 days to finish it. So I read it from December 14th to December 16th. This was actually an audiobook. I do not have the physical copy. It has been on my Everand app, my save list, for quite some time. And so I think when I finished My December Darling, I really just wanted something different. And so I finally gave it a try. Now, I will say, with me not knowing this author, when it did start off, I kind of was like, what are we doing? Like, I was confused. However, I still was curious enough to go on, and I'm so glad I did. And so I don't exactly know how to describe Frederick Bachman's writing. However, he's very humorous. Like I mentioned a few moments ago, his stories are very character driven, and there is going to be a bigger meaning overall once you get to the end of it. And I really, really did enjoy and appreciate that. And so, yeah, Anxious People, I gave it a 4 out of 5. Now, the only reason I didn't give it a 5 out of 5 stars is because there were moments where I was like confused. But again, I think that's just me being brand new to his writing style and the way he does things. But I absolutely enjoyed it. I was laughing. I was on the verge of tears. I was very empathetic with the characters and their stories as the story went on. And so, for those who do not know, Anxious People is about a bank robbery gone wrong, and these group of people in an apartment end up being hostages, but some kind of way they are all tied and linked together. Of course, without knowing, and just the way the story unravels to kind of show the connection is beautiful, right? And it just kind of also reminds you how precious life is. It reminds you of just how much you can impact someone, whether good or bad, without even knowing. And so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story. And so here I'll actually leave a screenshot of my Goodreads review, and actually it just reminded me that I gave this book actually a 4.5 out of 5 stars, even though I do not give 0.5 anything, but this book was just that good. And so sorry, I just lied to you guys by complete accident. I actually gave this book a 4.5. So yeah, really, really enjoyed it. And so then when that happened, it's like I did not want to read any romance. I didn't want the same typical things that I normally go for when it comes to books. And so I end up being able to read an ARC version of a book called The Vanishing Bookstore by Helen Pfeiffer. The book actually came out the 7th of this month, so January 7th. I was able to access this on NetGalley, so thank you so much, NetGalley, for allowing me to read this book right before, like days before it was set to debut. I actually read this December 30th through the 31st, so it took me a day. And this one, I believe, is categorized as a historical fiction. Let me just double check. Let me check my Goodreads. Yes, fantasy, historical fiction, mystery, magical realism. And so those are some of the main categories that is categorized as genre-wise, and a pleasant surprise. And so I will actually say historical fiction has been something that has kind of scared me away from books, but after reading this and just the way it was done, also Helen Pfeiffer is an author that I have never read before. And so again, after reading Frederick Bachman, I just wanted something different. And so when I read the synopsis of this, I was like, okay, this is different. And then they granted me access, and I was like, thank you, dived into it, and it was great. This also was done with an audiobook. It was done through an audiobook, and this one is about, let me go to my review because memory and names. Okay, I'll just read the description that is on Goodreads. Every story needs a happy ending, and you can have yours until you find the bookstore. 1692. On the outskirts of Salem, a bookstore stands covered in overgrown vines. Inside, a young woman hides a linen-wrapped journal under a loose floorboard and runs away, panicked by the sound of hounds barking in the distance. The bookstore vanishes into thin air, present day. Stepping inside a pale pink house on one of the oldest streets in Salem, Dora can't believe she's about to finally meet the mother she thought died tragically when she was just a child. But the excitement is short-lived. Dora's mother has fear in her eyes, and with a trembling voice, "My life is in danger, and now so is yours." Desperate not to lose her mother all over again, Dora digs into her family's mysterious past and stumbles upon a seemingly impossible secret. The key to their survival is hidden in a bookstore that no one has seen for generations. Losing herself amongst thorny brackens and twisted ferns, Dora eventually finds a path that leads to the bookstore. But someone is watching her. They've been waiting for her as she pushes open the beautiful blue door, hiding amongst the sharp brambles, and stands in front of rows of crumbling leather-bound books with faded pages. She has no idea of the secrets she is about to uncover, or that her life is in more danger than ever before. Just read it. Just read it. Again, it goes from 1692 to present day, goes back to Salem. Dora had no idea that her mother was still alive. There are secrets, there's mysteries, and it just was really good. When I say my December 2024 ended on such a high note, unexpectedly, chef's kiss. I gave it 5 stars. I gave it 5 stars there. That's, I don't know, I just gave it 5 stars. So, The Vanishing Bookstore by Helen Pfeiffer. Again, you guys, if you've ever heard of her and you have any books that she has written in the past, please let me know. Yeah, she has a plethora of books right now that I'm looking at on Goodreads. But if you have any that you think I should check out, please leave that down below. So yeah, so that is my December wrap up. Those are the books that I ended 2024 with. You see it really ended good, especially once I did choose to pick up Anxious People as well as The Vanishing Bookstore. Again, chef's kiss, chef's kiss. Now on to January's semi-TBR. Again, already January 13th, I've already began reading books this month. I am currently in the middle of Vicious by V.E. Schwab, the author of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I really did enjoy. I gave that book a 4 out of 5 stars. I did not review it because I want to say right before I started my YouTube channel is when I finished it. It's up there somewhere. Oh, right here, I think. I'm really good at pointing these books out. Yeah, right here. So gave that a 4 out of 5 stars. However, Vicious is different but similar to The Invisible Life. It's similar but different from The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And so I'm honestly having a really hard time completing it. Now, I am a person that does not mind DNFing books. However, I do not want to DNF one so early in the year. That's my only thing. So I'm really contemplating if I should DNF it or not. I don't know. Curiosity is kind of getting the best of me, but then part of me is like, okay, I just really want it to be over by now. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, we shall see. So I decided to take a break from that book, and then I decided, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and dive into this short story that I want to dive into by Frederick Bachman. And so I did. So glad I did. I want to say what today is, Monday. I think I started this book the 11th. What day was the 11th? Let me see. Was that Friday to Saturday? Okay, so I actually started Frederick Bachman's The Answer Is No short story on Saturday night, like literally, I think 10 p.m. And then I remember falling asleep. And then I remember in the middle of the night just like waking up and finishing it. Right, again, it's a short story, so it's very short. So glad I did. So glad I did. Again, I told you guys he has a way of character development, telling a story. And he also writes to where you as a reader can relate to what he's saying, even if you're just like, what, that's different, that's weird, but like there is something in there that you can resonate with and kind of see yourself in. And so I really appreciate how he does it. And again, it's humorous, so it's not very dark, sad the entire time or anything like that. Like you're laughing. Like I was Y'all, I was in the bed when I say chuckling, and my husband came in and was like, "You enjoying it?" I was like, "Yes." Like, it was good. It was good. I was laughing so hard, and I don't know if he tries to be that funny, but it works. It works for me. And so the answer is no. His short story, I believe, came out beginning of December. Chef's kiss. So good. So good. Now, the other books I actually do plan on reading this month. So there is actually another short story that I want to read. And then there is actually a physical book that I want to read. The first book that I do want to read, like actual full-length novel, I want to go ahead and finally start the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I eyed this series, I believe, at the very beginning of 2024 actually, and just obviously as the year went on, other things kind of caught my attention, and so I never got to it. But I'm really like into kind of like psychological thrillers, mysteries, figuring things out, things of that nature. And I know these I believe they're teenagers, they have like secret powers and are working with the cops, so I'm really intrigued on that. So I think it'll be much lighter, right, instead of fully going into like a thriller. So definitely starting the Natural series. I actually have the first book right here. Of course, y'all know me, it'll probably be a mix of IO, but I'll probably actually start it in the paperback copy that I have. Book number 2, Taylor Jenkins Reid is my girl, and so I also do want to do more short stories, and so I want to go ahead and start her short story, Evidence of the Affair. Again, really excited to start this one. I cannot remember what it's about right now, but that's okay. But that is okay. About a woman who writes a man who also was going through an affair or something like that. I believe they both were, and they're just, it seems like more so like a pen pal thing, since they're writing letters to one another, and I believe possibly something flourishes. I could totally be adding that in there. However, it's a short story, and so I want to add that. And so yeah, that's, I think those are the only other books that I'm going to read. So again, January started off with me reading Vicious by V. Schwab. I'm gonna see if I actually finish it or not. I guess for my January wrap up, you guys will find out, as well as I. And so book number 2 that I absolutely adore, which really was a short story, is The Answer is No by Frederick Bachman. Book number 3 is The Naturals that I want to read for my January TBR by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Cannot wait to start that series. And the 4th and final book I believe I will be reading for the month of January 2025, which is crazy, is a short story by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and that is The Evidence of the Affair. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it for that. But I want to finally share something with you guys. Y'all made it all the way here, so thank you, y'all. I think now I'm officially like a book girly. Okay, so Christmas gift for my husband, y'all. I have a Kindle. I have a Kindle. Oh, look at this. Sorry, the ring light is probably distorting. Y'all, look at this. The color is jade. It's gorgeous. I had to get this because my niece, who's slash my best friend, her name is Jade, so I had to get it. It's the Kindle Paperwhite. I am so happy, so happy. I actually read The Answer is No on here, and so that's why I was able to like finish it at like 2 or 3 in the morning when I woke up the other night. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, I will say that. Now of course, I have an iPad, like my iPad's here, which I was reading my Goodreads books to make sure I didn't miss anything. Of course, it's different having this because it doesn't move and respond like an iPad, but I have to remind myself it's not an iPad. Like, I cannot expect for it to do what an iPad does. But right now I have nothing negative to say about it. I am so happy to finally be a Kindle girly. These were just a few stickers that I had on my bookshelf up here, and I like grabbed them just to feel bookish. And of course they're just like laid inside of there. They're not actually stuck to my Kindle. I would never. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna take good care of her. She's cute. She's very small. Like, she's much smaller than what I thought she would be. I was trying to decide between the Kindle Paperwhite like I got, or the original Kindle, I believe, and was watching videos to really see, like, oh my gosh, if it's so different. When I got this, I said, oh, this thing is tiny. Like, and again, I have an iPad, so this is my iPad. This is the Kindle. There is no comparison. So I'm definitely glad that I have this, and it's really comfortable so far, just even reading in my bed. And so yeah, I'm glad that hubby got this for me, and yeah, I'm a Kindle girl. So y'all, welcome me to the party. Thanks. So yeah, that was a little surprise. I held it off, y'all. I held it off for so long because, again, audio girly, but I decided that I do not want to be a part of consumerism where I have multiple bookcases and bookshelves with books on it. So, like, y'all see these 3, that's it. Granted, I have other books there. I have books, they're nonfiction, and like the guest room of ours on another shelf, but like, I don't want that. I don't want that for my life. And so I felt like a Kindle would finally be the next, I don't know, logical place to go. But of course, the caveat is, if I love a book and I feel like I need it on my shelf, I'm going to have it on my shelf. I have bought other books, so like, it's going to happen, but I want to take it slow. I want to slow it down as much as possible. I don't want 100+ physical books. I don't. That's what I'm saying right now, but we'll see. If I love 100 books and I buy them, then that's that. But I do want to kind of slow down the book buying process, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's where I'm at. All right, you guys, so if you made it this far, I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also share with your bookish friends, if you feel like that they will be entertained by moi. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and for showing up after me not posting a little video for a while. I appreciate you guys. Down below, let me know your current read and how you're liking it so far, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Do I look like I'm in a music video? I also read, actually, let me pause here. Let me sit. Or cross my legs. I don't know how I want to sit.